All right, you get a grandfather clock maybe in the background. It's time to get started. Welcome today. This is web a webinar, right? So that means that you are not going to be on camera. That means that you're not going to be able to have to talk. So if you need to get in touch with me, you want to ask me any questions, just drop them in the chat. Miss Christina is here helping with that. So if I miss something, she can bring it to my attention, or she might even can answer the question. We don't know how that goes. But this is a webinar covering some of our Platinum tools. And today, the particular tools that we're highlighting are your HAR agent branded app and the virtual office website. Okay, these two things work very similarly. One is just app-based for your cell phone, and the other one is browser-based for a computer. So that way you can touch whichever kind of clients you have, because there's all kinds out there, right? Some prefer the phone, some prefer the web, the desktop or laptop, whatever. But so this is going to help you figure out how to use those. And as a Platinum member, you have options to you have access to a lot more things than just the regular standard MLS or HAR membership, right? So this is just you have to squint to read it, I know, but these are all the different things that you get as a Platinum member. And maybe some of you are Platinum members, or maybe some of you are you're still new and you're trying to figure that out, if you want to do it or not. But just in case you don't know how to become a platinum member, let me say that 3 times fast, right? I'm gonna pull this up here so we can, hang on 1 second. I'm gonna try and stop the share for just a second so that all the computers work together. And technology has not been my friend today. So y'all, let's just all hold our breath and pray that it works better, right? Okay. So back to Zoom. Here we go. Now it all should be here and it's all going to work better, I hope. There we go. So if you want to find out more about how to get in with Platinum, if you don't already, you want to sign in to your har.com account, right? Go to your members only portal. Down here on the left side, click on MLS, and then MLS Platinum gives you some more options. If you don't know about it, you can click on About MLS Platinum. And if you haven't signed up now, this is where you can do that, right? If you don't know this, if you haven't signed up, you can also, if you click here, you have a free 30-day trial, right? Everybody gets that. And so you can sign up. It's 30 days. And I really encourage you, if you do that, if you try that today, if you haven't done it, then go ahead and sign up for the other Platinum Tools classes. We have a class that is premium, that is Premium Tools Essentials, and I'll tell you how to use all of them. And that's a great class to be in during that 30-day trial, so you can really get a good feel for what's there and and what's not. And when you click on your 30-day trial, it will ask you to put credit card information in, because this is a paid thing. It is $129 a year, but it's only once a year, and it's a whole calendar year. So if you were to sign up today with your 30-day trial, then it wouldn't. It was on say April 25th. That's when your paid fee. That's when you join with your full thing, and you pay the $129, and that would be good until next April, right? So it's a really neat deal, and it won't charge your credit card until the 31st day, because it's a free 30-day option, right? So hang on, I'm going to get back up into my presenter mode on this. Again, y'all, technology, as my dad says, it's great when it works. So that should put me right here. Okay, try again. There we go. All right. So these are all your options from for MLS Platinum, and the two that are highlighted in pink, the agent branded mobile app and the virtual office website, or VOW. Those are the things that we're going to go over today in our time together. And so if you have this and you want to, you can follow along, or you can just watch. If you have any questions, just let me know in the chat, and we will try and take care of those questions as we go along. So what we're going to cover today are these two things: how to invite consumers via both the app and the VOW, the virtual office website. So those are things we're going to go over today, and we'll give you a slight little view of what the consumers see on the VOW, right? And tell you how to see that on the app too. So the branded agent or agent branded app, why should you do it? The benefits for you are these. You can, you'll send the app directly to your customers with your branding. So that means that turns for the customers who accept your invitation and then start using the app or the VOW on their phone or on their web page or on their computer. Then every page they look at in the MLS, that turns the entire MLS into your listing. Not really. It just shows it as presented by you with your name, your phone number, and anytime they want more information about those houses, those listings, those rentals, whatever they're looking at, they have your information and it comes to you. So this is in marketing terms, this is what's called a pull marketing approach. That means it's really soft. It's not in anybody's face. You just send the invitation, and if they accept it, then it's all good, right? So you can, and then once you're in the app or the website thing, we're going to look at them both. You can recommend properties to a specific client. And again, if it's not your listing, it doesn't matter. When they look at it through the app or the portal, then it shows up as presented by. So don't worry, it's not ever saying that this is your listing. It does say it's presented by you, or what we'll see today is me. But just a reminder, I am not a practicing agent. I just teach you on Zoom. So I won't have any real clients, as you'll see when you look at my client list, but we're going to try and keep that update for y'all. So for the agent brand app, these are the benefits from you. And here's the benefits you're going to give your customers or your consumers, right? Maybe they're not customers at this point. Maybe they're just consumers. But if they use either one of these two things that we're talking about today, then they have the option to see content that is not publicly available. So if they just went to har.com, they could do all the same things. They could do searches and they could see properties, but going through the app or the virtual website, then they see those same things, but instead of where on har.com, it would have like the listing agent. And if they were interested in that, click there, it would contact that listing agent. If they do it through the app or the VOW, then it's going to come to you, right? So that turns all 60,000 plus listings into presented by you, which is super handy. And that's going to let them see some, we'll talk a little bit more later about the content that they will see, but something that they would not see if they were just on the consumer side of har.com. And here it is. So the two big things that they get are sold price for nearby listings. So they can really see if the asking price on that particular thing is in accordance to what is happening in their neighborhood. And then there are some property history reports. And now it's not the whole thing like what you would see in MLS under the property archives, but it is good information, gives them a little bit more. They can see just like the most recent history, price changes, that sort of stuff. And that just gives them more information. And again, the only way they can get that kind of information is because of you, because you are their agent of reference and you're the agent that they are signed up under. So that's really beneficial to the both of you, right? And then if they go in and they use these apps or a website, then whenever they save searches or have their criteria in there, then they will get email alerts, but you don't have to do anything, right? You don't have to go in and set up an automatic email with a particular client. But as we'll see longer, you'll be able to see, you will see anything they do. So you can go in and just kind of browse, look over what they've been doing on your side of the app, and then you can be aware and you can contact them. So again, it's a pull marketing option, a very soft marketing option. So it's not in your face. It's all consumer based, and it's really helpful. So, okay, if you can manage the app from your browser. And so we're going to start there in all this twisting and turning that we're doing, right? So again, you're going to want to be in here we go, find the right page. You're going to want to be back on your dashboard, right? to be able to get in to how you can manage. Now, right now, we're talking about the app. Okay, so this is the one that shows up on your phone and on their phone, and it works in conjunction with your har.com app, right? So we're going to show you that in a second. But first, to manage it from your website, and there's some, from your computer, and there's some reasons to do that. But we're going to start there on the computer to minimize all the changing in technology I have to do, right? So on that quick search bar, you're going to want to start typing in branded agent app. See, it clicks up right there. And then it takes me to the app. Takes me to where, so I am in the app now. I'm on this place where I can manage my customers. And so you can see right here, and you'll see it more when we move to the app, that I only have one customer listing, and it's me, right? But this is just how I'm doing it, so I can see. You can as you add all your people and you invite your people, they will show up here, right, with your different customers. And so what we want to do first in this case is invite customers, and you have these different options. You can choose from your contact list. You can add a new we'll start right there. You can add a new contact, right? And it takes you in. All you need is first and last name and email. That's all you have to have to get them in here, right? So you can do that. Or if you have if you've been using MLS for a while and you're in there and you have your own contact list, you can choose from there. Now, again, you can see that I have some made up fictitious contacts, right? Pippi Longstocking, Scarlett O'Hara. They're not real friends of mine, but we're using them just so you can see. Now, I do have two really sweet friends, Amy and Victoria, who let me use them as options too, just so you can see some real life people. But so if I wanted to send from any one of these people, I could say, let's just say I've been talking with Bert lately, and I want to see if give him options. So he's interested in looking. Maybe he's not really looking just yet, but maybe this summer he's going to want to move. But I can send him an invitation. I just click right there and select, and I send him an invitation, and it tells me that the invitation was successfully sent to Bert the Chimney Sweep. And so then he's going to show up when I manage my customers. You can see right here that I've invited all these people. And like I said, Amy and Victoria, and let me invite them and they will accept it. And like here, Alicia has accepted it. And so I can get more information. And so here's how you see how it changed. When they have accepted, you can see them right here. And when they're still invited, it just shows up as invited. So obviously my fictitious people are not going to accept. Hopefully my real people will accept soon, and they'll show up here too, just for the options there. So the other thing that you can do, going backward on here, when you're taking care of your you can invite customers. You can also, the last thing in this box that you can do is customize your email and display name. So all that does is it just pulls your name from your HAR information, right? But if for whatever reason you wanted to change it, you could do that here. And it will not change it in your whole HAR settings, so it won't change it in your automatic emails or anything like that. It just changes it right here in this thing. But that is a way you can change that if for whatever reason you wanted to change that. So when a customer, let's go back to the latest, manage the customers. When they, here we go. Look, right now you can see that since I did accept that. Oh my, let's see. Hopefully we're still there. Can you still see me? I just got a Zoom thing. Let's go away.
Yes, we still see you.
Okay, looks like HAR is having a problem. All right, let me refresh and see what happens there. Better HAR than Zoom, right?
Yes.
So there it is. I just refreshed. That's that refresh button is everybody's best friend, right? So in that thing, when they accept the invitation, I can see, like right here for Alicia, we'll just call her Alicia since that's me. I can click on her name and I get right here at her fingerprint, my fingertips, all of her information, right? And it shows that she is linked. She's a link in my branded app. So she shows up as one of my consumers. When she opens up her har.com app, it's going to be branded to me, right? So here's her contact information. we can, and I don't have any leads from her, but so if she had seen something while using the website or while using the app and asked a question about it, then it would show up right here. And they get activities because it's me and she hasn't done anything. So if she had done any searches, they would all show up right here on this in the contact, but they also show up in this latest activity section, right? So latest activity. So actually, and we're going to talk about this, I recommended something for her to look at, something I saw out there, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But you can see in all of this, all the different options that you have to do too. So where you can keep in contact with your clients and see what they're doing. So that's in their latest activity. We can see all the things that they've done right there. And here's that manage customers option. It's going slow, so I need to slow down, and it's not liking that. So we're going to refresh again. Okay. And then it shows me my manage my contents, right? So my customers. And each name has the option, obviously. So maybe if years go by and Sherlock Holmes has never accepted my invitation, I can cancel it, right? And that just takes him out of my thing. Again, if HIR were working right, it would take him out. Let's see what happens if we refresh again. Sherlock Holmes is still here. Let's see if we can cancel him. Okay. When your HAR is working right, that's what it'll do. It'll erase them right there. And you can always re-add him later. You can invite him again later if something, maybe he moved, maybe he's another agent, who knows what. But if you bump into him again, you can invite him to use your app again. Now, what's really cool about managing your customers from the browser is that you can download them if you don't already have them to see here, it downloaded it, right? So I just downloaded it to an Excel file. So it's now there as an Excel file for me to access and work offline with some of my people. And then again, we also have this promote button. And this is a great way so you can copy the URL number to your social media, or even to a well, you could do this to an email, another different way if you want to put them in there, to your social media, or you can right click and copy or save the image and again add it to social media. And what that will do is send anybody from Facebook or Twitter or whatever, or even this is a great place to copy this, save this to your computer, save the image as your computer, and then you can attach this QR code to any physical mail out that you want to do. If you're creating any flyers or even maybe on the back of your business card to hand out, and then people can just scan that and they're directly into your app. So that is one of the great things to do. So again, this is for premium platinum subscribers. These are the premium things. And so what you want to do, you just want to invite, you want to become a platinum subscriber, you invite your contacts, and it's like set it and forget it, right? You set it and they're invited, and then they do the rest. But every time they do something, and every time you get a notification, and then you set it up to where you go in your app, you can look at them, or on your website, and you can see what they have been doing. So that's a really neat thing that you can do there. So let's move forward back into, all right, what we're going to want to do now is move into the branded app, but I'm going to need to stop my share from here. So if you have any questions, now would be a great time to pop some questions into the app if you have some. If not, I'm going to go ahead and share from my phone. Hopefully that's going to let me see what I'm doing. Okay, start. Let's see, is it going? Can you see that? There it goes. All right. I'm going to let it connect. I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so now you can see my screen, right? So you can see when I go into my HAR.com app, right? This is how you do it from your phone. you go into your app, and it shows me, there's on my webpage. So that's how it opens up right there. When I open my HAR app. So if you're new, if you're figuring out, this is also where you go to scan into classes, scan out of classes. Just a little promotion right there. You use that little scan button. You click on that, and that will allow you to scan the QR code if you're trying to get into a class, which you did not have to do for today because it's just a webinar. But when I am in my thing and I want to get to my clients on my branded app, I click right there on branded app. And again, it shows me first up. Now, let me warn you, I have an iPhone, so it might look a little different. It's not a lot different, they assured me, but a little bit if you have an Android. So the information is there both ways. But just keep that in mind that if you do have an Android, it'll look a little bit different. First thing I can see, it starts out with my customers, right? So I can see what Alicia has been up to. So first she started using my app back in January. And then back last week, I found a house that I thought would be perfect for her. So I recommended it to her, and we'll walk through that in a minute. But I can also see from here the list options. And again, same thing as what I saw on the computer. I can see the people that I've invited and what they have done. Yeah. So what we're going to do right here, you can see under your, we've done all that, brand name and your customers. So you can click to invite them, the same thing. You're going to want to invite here, the top right there under invite, click on that. And it takes you to the same, gives you a few other options. Now, let me just tell you this first option right here, send my branded app. That does not give you their information, right? If you want to be able to have their information and be able to see what they've been doing, then you actually have to invite them as a new customer like this, or from your address book. If you just send them the branded app, it will send a link and they will see everything as with your branding, but you won't be able to see what they've done, right? Because they won't be in as one of your contacts. Again, you can choose to invite from HAR contacts, and it shows you all of your contacts that you have in your MLS. You can do it from there, and you would just, same sort of thing. You just click on one and send it, and they get an email about it. Now, whenever you're inviting new customers in the app, it still needs to send them an email. Now, once they've accepted your app, you can send them text, but they have to accept to become to use the branded app and use you as their agent. And then once they do that, you can go in under the managing site, right? If I wanted to manage with this, hang on, let me go back to activity, which I have to do on my phone, not on my computer, right? I can click on the name there, and that shows you what I showed her. But you can get back and see her, and you can add the phone number. And once you've added that phone number in, and we'll get to that other screen here in just 1 second, I'll show it to you. But we want to continue looking at our invitation options, right? So you can invite your HAR contacts, and once they accept it, if you can use that and use the phone, and you can text to them, and that will be included in there. And from your phone, you can text to them the same kind of recommendations and everything. If you need to add a new customer because maybe they just came to an open house or something like that, you just click in new customer and add it the same way that you would all the information. They can receive text right here. You can get their email information, and you click, once you put them in there, click done, and then they also get an invitation to start using your app. So once again, other options for inviting, add new customer, and also you can import from your phone's address book, right? So it's going to take you, and it's going to look for anybody, because like I said, they need to have an email address, right? So it's going to pull from your contacts anybody who has an email address, and you could choose them and click on the invite, which is, this is my kid's school teacher, so I'm not going to do that. But you can invite them, and they will also receive the invitation. So these are all the different ways that you can choose to see the different different ways that you can invite people to see. Oh, hang on. We need to go back to here. So we can invite the clients. We can, the benefit of these clients, again, the benefit of them accepting your invitation is that they, once they do everything, they can, once they accept it, they can do searches just like you can. They can look for rent, they can do all that stuff, but it just shows up under the, again, branded app when they're in it. When they're looking at it, it shows up as the HAR.com app. And then when they do something, it shows up on your screen right there. If you invite them when you are not a platinum member, will it later brand it when you do pay for the upgrade? You can't get into it. I don't think you can get into it if you're not a platinum member. So that is a great question that I'm going to have to find the actual answer. I mean, the for sure answer to, but I believe if you're not a platinum member, when you are on your main screen, you won't have the My Branded app option right there, is what I believe. But if I'm wrong, let me know, and I will for sure upgrade that, or I will get the actual answer to that question for them. But so that's how you can get it into your branded app when you are, and as you can see too, it shows you that it's a platinum, option. So if you do it during your free trial time, you have access to everything during that free trial, just like as if you paid. The problem is if you don't pay, then you lose that information. But they will, as your profile, and again, this is part of the premium thing, the platinum package. So if you don't have access to that, if you're not a platinum member, then you cannot use these forms as this pull marketing or these soft leads. These are the lead generation tools that platinum gives you access to. So as a standard member, you would not have access to these options. So again, the benefit for them is that they always see your name, which is kind of for both of y'all. They have a realtor on standby, right? All they have to do is click your name and then get in touch with you. And also they can see sold information on nearby houses and a little bit of particular house they're looking at. If they want to see some more information about that house, a little bit of the property history, right? Not a lot of it, because we don't want to give them everything. We don't want to give them all the secrets, right? We do want them to encourage them to reach out to us. So you would have all of the information to the property archive information through MLS that you do as an agent. So it's just a little bit extra, which gives them a reason to do it, and then still connects them to you. So this is a marketing tool, a soft marketing tool, or a pull marketing tool, if you want all of those options. So, and here's just a little thing, because it's kind of hard to see, I would encourage you to do like I did and invite your husband or your wife, your spouse, whomever, somebody who'd let you look at their app, right? So if you invite them from your thing, like I did with my friend Victoria. So she let me use her phone, and I can see when she goes into it, I can see what it looks like. And that's just a good idea for you to know what the consumer sees and what you see both ways. And this is a great way if you're hosting an open house. This is a great way to include them in that and add their information to you. And again, maybe I know good friends who just, like, if they're bored, they do open houses, whether they're ready to move or not. But eventually these window shoppers are going to want to move, right? And if they do, when that time comes, if they are already connected to you through your branded app, then you're going to be the first person they think of, right? So this is really a great way to just get into the software. You just set it and forget it, right? You invite them, and after that, it's up to them for the most part. Now you can, like we said, when you're in your branded app and you're looking at your client, then you have the opportunity to show them, send them, send them listings to look at. But when I did it from here, when it shows up on their thing, instead of having Richard's information, it's going to show presented by Alicia Holt and have my picture there when they look at it, right? Because this is me looking at it from my app, not as me, not as a client or as a consumer. It shows me who the listing agent is. But when your consumer that you recommend it to, this right here will be you, and it won't claim that it's your listing. It will say presented by, right? So that's in there, but it just redirects everything to you rather than to that listing agent, right? And so I can see what she saw, right? And that, again, this is the information. I'm looking at this in my app as myself, not as a client. So that is kind of the downside if you doing it this way, but get a friend or family member to accept your invitation and then kind of scroll through it and get used to it from the way they see it. So any more questions we see in there? It looks like everybody's, I don't see any questions, so we're gonna scan back over to the, okay, we're gonna go really fast through these things because this is my backup when it doesn't work, right? When the website doesn't work, we have to have a backup. So, and sadly, it won't let me show them. Hang on, let's go back here. So let's scroll back over here. Let me stop sharing from my phone. Sorry about that. We're going to stop that. And that's going to let us go back to here. And now I'm going to share here. I don't have any videos, but just in case, we're going to optimize everything. Right. So, and we want to go to our branded app. So, like we looked at there, you can look at the customers' details and you can see all the things that they've seen. And then again, if they're looking at things on, if they're interested or they want to like something, then they can, all that information comes to you. If they like something and they're linked to you, then they come to you. It pops up a notification to you as well, right? So it's super easy. You just set it and forget it. Or if you meet somebody new, you add them to your website or to your app, and then they start using it. Now, if you have people who are, let me get back to my dashboard. People who are not wanting to use an app, they really prefer using a web-based thing, then what you're going to want to do is go to the virtual office. And again, any more questions about those things? Okay, if you pay now for Platinum, will it be proactive? Yeah, for the remainder of the year. I see if you pay for it today, March 24th, it will be active all the way until March 24th, 2023. Right. And you'll get a little notice if you do it today. So I mean, that like averages out to like $10 a month. But if you do it today and then next year, a little bit before it's about to expire, you'll get a notice saying that your Platinum membership is about to expire. Do you want to renew it? And so you can keep it up and renewed that way. So it is good. It is good not for a calendar year, but for, or yeah, not just like from now to December. It'll be for the entire full year, right? For 365 days from the date you start. So back on the other option that we have today, any questions about the branded app, just put them in the chat and I will, I'll answer those as I see them. But your other options, so we had the two things today we talked about. We talked about the branded app, and we also want to talk about your the tools, right? So once you're a platinum member, you have all these other tools. And so the VOW, the virtual office assistant, virtual office's website, I'm sorry. So to find that again from you either have to have your free trial or already be a platinum member, but you come to your members only portal and you click on tools, and then you want to click on website and blog because you have that as an option. And if you're familiar, you don't really know all about it, I'm just going to put in a little commercial here. We have a class for that, right? If you don't know how to set up your website or how to use it, we have a class, and that class is let me find it right here in my notes. I know there's coming up next week, there's going to be 2, how to enhance your HAR website, right? So you would find that under the education, har.com/education. Let me just go there real fast and show that to you. All right, so you're in education, and you could type in HAR website right here. So here's the course, how to enhance your HAR website. And you click on that and search for it, and it shows you all about it. And the next class, there's 2 next week, 2 different instructors. So depending on how you want to do it, there's one next week Tuesday and one next week Friday, right? So you could find out more information about those and sign up for those classes if you wanted to. And it does give you 2 hours of CE credit if you want or need that, right? And again, because it is a HAR class and it's part of your premium package, there's no cost to you for that class. But back to our portal, members only portal. Once you have your website set up, you're going to want to go to your website and blog. We did that, and we're going to want to manage it. Okay, so this is how we get to our virtual office. And right here, this is what we're going to look at here in a second. But if you had not enabled, if you're a platinum member and you had not enabled your website yet, you would have right here, instead of customize, you would have a blue button to enable. And because this is a part of your platinum package, as soon as you enable it, it pops up. And then this first link where we're at here, right here, it allows you to edit it. Allows you to just walk through the different options and set them up however you want them to look. And then as you're doing it, it also gives you this little preview button. Again, all of this will be gone over in detail in that class if you want to take it. But here's what it looks like. You can see how you have it set up before, or how other people find you, how they're going to see that. So, but from here, again, all of this is going to be included, and we'll talk a little bit about it. You need to take that class. It's really cool, right? But so today, for virtual office website, we're going to come all the way over. All of these things are things that you can do through your website, which as a platinum member, you get a full website rather than just a profile page. A standard MLS member gets a profile page, so that's why you want to have your picture there. That's why you want to have all that information, but it's not, you don't have the whole website. And take the class to find out why the website's really, really great for you. But once you have enabled your website, you come over here to the virtual office, that middle tab right there, the virtual office website, and you want to manage it, right? So you click there and it will take you in to your virtual office. So here's your dashboard, right? And again, remember, HAR exists to make you as successful as possible, to help you be as successful as possible. Anytime you have questions, it's all over MLS, it's all over HAR. This little question mark tells you more about it. And again, the difference between the virtual office website and the app is that the people subscribe to your virtual office, to your website through the actual on a browser, right? So from this web page, they find it, however they find it. You can invite them. We'll show you that too. But if they find it come up, then they can have that information right there to email and text you. And then when they find it live too, up here at the top, there's an option, because this is my preview thing. But when it's live, it have a subscribe button, and we'll see that in just a second. But on your dashboard, when you are in it, it's going to show you, again, I'm not a practicing agent, So I do have my one sweet friend who said I could sign her up, and she did. And so I have this one client. So whatever you have, they're all going to show up right here in these big circles, and you can see who's done what. Because I don't have any clients here, it would tell me she hasn't done anything, but I could see what she's doing. And as she does things, or as any of my other, so I can't show you as well on this one how to add fictitious clients, because you know, this is driven from the consumer has to initiate it in this particular way. So once you've done that, we've looked at the preview, and just so I don't confuse myself anymore, I'm going to X out of that. So you can and take that next class, right? We talked about that. The next class is next week. There's a Tuesday class and a Friday class. And we're gone in. So once you want to manage your website, once we've got it in, and because I have opted in and I'm all using, my website is up, I can manage it. And that's how I got here to the dashboard. And you can see my fake subscriber. Well, she's actually a real subscriber, but she's not a real customer, right? So she's there, but I can see her and see all of her information from here. And now I want to let you know too, on both the app and the website, when they get on there, when they first sign up, so when you send that invitation through the app, or when someone finds you here, they get a when they subscribe, they have to put in their email address, right? And so they get an email. Either way, both of them, for the app or for the website, they get an email address, and they have to put in an email address. So they receive an email, and they have to confirm it through that email. And the first thing it shows them is that all important information that they need to see for the, hang on, I'm looking for it right now. I lost my place. Sorry. Someone's supposed to tell you that either, right? As the IABS form is what I'm looking for too. That TREC rule states that whenever you have your first substantive meeting with a potential client, when they're still a consumer or a possible customer, you need to present that IABS form, which really just lets them know that they should not share confidential information with you until you are for sure their agent. Because if whatever information they share with you, if they move on and use another agent, as you know, you are then whatever information you have, there might be a time when you would be required to share it with, like if they were selling a house, and if you were talking to them about selling a house, and they told you all the things they were looking for, but then they actually listed with another agent, right? In that case, assuming you have shown them and they have understood the IABS form, then if you have another client who would be really interested in that house, you are then, because you are contracted to the other client, you are required to share with them full disclosure, right? But you're covered. If the first client or the first customer shared with you confidential information, but then did not list with you, you cannot be held liable to them. So if they see whatever, that just covers your tail legally, and that's a whole nother rabbit trail, and we're running out of time. So just know that both the virtual office website and the website and the branded app, they send that IABS form to any potential clients so that you are covered. And that's just what I wanted to make sure you saw and understood about that. So throughout the whole thing, just like in the app, you can see any save searches, you can see anything that they have done. Anytime they add anything, it will show up here and when I click on them, it'll show me her and show me everything she's done. And from here, I can see my subscribers. I can see any that I have deleted, right? I haven't deleted any. I can see the people that have requested. Now this is let me show you that how and why they would request it. Under settings, this is a place where back when you're setting it up, that always shows, right? You can change the color, how you want it to appear. It always defaults to HAR blue, but I like purple. So on mine, I show it in purple. Now, right here, if you click here, what this means is when a new subscriber wants to join you as your client, or see your stuff, your branded stuff. If you have this clicked, then you have to approve them beforehand. And in my opinion, that's kind of like you lose the opportunity, because the whole idea is that this is a soft form and it's consumer driven. So you just see what they do after they've been in it. And so if you can see what they've been doing and you've already been having conversations with them, or once you see that and you click on they have become a subscriber, right? Then you have the contact information to reach out to them and see if you can help them and find out more things. And then also another thing from here that's a little different from the app is that you have more ways to promote it. Remember, in the app, you can only do that from the managing it on the browser, which we did at the very beginning, and you have that QR code that you can get a hold of. But that QR code is great because it puts it all in there, and you can put it on flyers or postcards or business cards or whatever. However, for your virtual office website, you can share your information to any of the places that you go, any of your social media. So if we can just show it here, if you click on Facebook, it opens it up and it tells you all about, it makes a Facebook ad on my page, whether it's on my personal page or my business page, wherever I want to put it. But I add it here, and then when they click on it, it takes you right there, and it allows them to be a subscriber to your webpage. And again, when you have that webpage up, I'm going to click out of that because it's not real. But when we click on, when we're on the virtual website or this is being all kinds of fun, isn't it? Go back to the regular page. Let's go back to my dashboard. When I'm in my tools, whether it is the branded app or the virtual website, then we can see what their MRS tool, website and blog, manage my website. Both right there. And your virtual, but this is how you manage it. So like again, it could, because I have, here's the click because I wanted it, I have enabled it. Yep, I'm good. So I can go ahead and manage it, and that's where it takes me there. And I can see all those things, but I can promote. So if I promote from here to thing, when those people go in and look at it, it brings them back to my website, which we looked at a second ago. So that is pretty much all the information I have about these two things. Do you have any questions? I am happy to answer any of your questions about the virtual website or the branded app. Hang on, let me get back to here. Gotta love the way it all, let's just take that down. There we go. And hang on. Oh, technology. It's been a day, y'all. Let me go down here to this version. There we go. And move through from here. I want to give you back my profile information or my contact information so you can see it. There you go. There's my information. And any of our member services people can help you with this, help you get onto the premium. They're there for that. They're to answer questions. I don't see any more questions. We have a few more minutes. It's scheduled for an hour. If you don't have questions, I'm going to give you 11 minutes of your life back. But I do appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate you looking into the different options that we have to serve you. Again, the purpose of HAR is to help you be the best in your business and show you how to manage your business and how to, well, that's through your broker. I'm gonna get that wrong, but anything we can do to help you and your broker do your business better, right? That's what HAR is for. And here in the professional development office. That's technically the part that I'm a part of. That's what we're here for, especially to give you advice, to give you education, and just help you in any way we can. So if there are no more questions, we'll wait just a couple more minutes. Oh, I got to thank you. Okay, so we'll stop share. I'll come back. Any questions you have, please contact me or Christina, member services, and we're happy to help you. And thank you again for spending your afternoon with me. We'll see you next time.